You're right everyone, it's Ace here from Team RCC. So I'm going to show you a new toy I've received in the post this morning, which is this cutting ruler, fully adjustable. Now, I ordered it off of AliExpress. It cost £6, so it's very, very cheap. I didn't know what to expect from it, to be honest. I tried to get my head around how it worked on the video that they showed, and I couldn't really do it. I was 85% there, but I thought, wait till it comes, and we'll see how it works. Now, I'm very impressed with it. I'm going to go as far to say as if you cut your own bands, this is a must buy. Repeat, must buy. It's so simple, a monkey could use it, which is great for some of the lads in the catapult community, mentioning no names. Did I really just say that? Anyway, I'll show you how it works. You've got 1, 2, 3 little screws that you loosen and tighten. Now you tighten them up to clamp it in place, you loosen them to adjust. Now what you do, the overall length here is 240 millimeters. Now 240 millimeters or 24 centimeters is a good length band. You don't really need any longer than that unless you're shooting full albatross. So this covers everyone. I believe it goes in 40 millimeters. It might be 50, but say 40. Again, you don't need a band any wider than 40. So you get at your top. What you do, you adjust it here. I've adjusted this to 23 millimeters, exactly where I want it. Now, I've adjusted it down here. Now, I cut off of the reel. This is GZK Yellow 0.66. I cut off the reel at 170 millimeters. My active draw length with this band is 145. So, I'm cutting 25 millimeter longer. 5 to attach to the clips on my frame and 20 for wrap and tuck. 20 might seem extreme, but I like 20 because if I want to extend my band on a certain band to 150 millimeters, I can take 5 mil off of here. So it gives me time to play with. So anyway, I want a 23-17 taper, but I want my taper to be the active length, not from end to end. You know what I mean? It's no good having 23 there and 17 down here, but I'm taking this 20 mil back because I'm not getting 17. I'm probably getting 16. So what I do is, well, I'm losing 5 mil at the top, which is virtually, that'll be the same taper. It'll be the 23 virtually. And instead of making the taper down to the 17 at the 170 mil mark, I make it at the 150 mil mark. So my taper on this cut will be 23-17 across 150 millimeters, and then there'll be 20 mil spare. So the actual taper of the band will probably be 23-16 for the whole lot. So anyway, I adjusted it. Now what you need to do, what I realised, when you first get this ruler, same as anything, you need to work out how it works. So I set it to 23-17, or what I thought was 23-17. I cut a couple of bands, I measured them with the ruler, and they were a touch out. When I say a touch, half a millimetre here and there, which is good. So when you get this, you know what I mean, you trial run it first, do a couple of strips. A couple of strips is all you'll need, and then you just make the adjustments, a tiny little adjustment each end until you've got it exactly how you want it. So I've got this exactly how I want it now. You lay it on the top. Now the elastic hits the black underneath, it hits the fence. Now the same as anything, when you're cutting bands, you want to make sure it's tightly across the fence all the way along. Once you've done that, you apply a little bit of pressure. Let me get it bang on where I want it. Starting at the top, pull the band up to the line. Alright, she's on the line. Just make sure it's in place. Get your rotary cutter. There you go. That's cut a band. We'll measure off 20 mil down. It is bang on 17. And at the top, it is a touch over 23, which suits me fine because I'm taking it down 5 mil. So if I was to go down 5 mil down there, we are bang on 23. Now that is a tool worth having. Personally, for cutting 17-23s, I'll probably stick with my ruler because I've cut a shitload up there and my ruler is quick and easy, and I know they're all the same with my ruler. But where I'll use this is for trying different tapers. And not everyone has got all these rulers. I made them myself. If you ain't got these rulers, you can't use them. So this is a godsend. I'm telling you, it's absolutely precision perfect. Just flip that elastic up the other way and we'll do one more. Again, making sure it's at the fence. To get it just right. A little bit of pressure. And there you go. Those will be identical. That is a fantastic piece of kit, I'm telling you. I've looked for different rulers, I've tried different rulers all over, trying to get them how I want them, but that, honestly, I can't rave on them enough about that. That's brilliant. And now what I would do, this is how I do it. Some people line out before, and what I do then is when I cut my bands, I cut loads of bands up. I've got loads all just cut up of this. But when I'm ready to do some band sets, I normally do 10 at a time. I just line them up. I'll put my ruler across the 20mm mark. Biro pen straight across there so I know where to line off for the pouch. And that's my band sets done. But if you're making your own band sets, go out and buy one of these. It's brilliant. You can swip it upside down as well. The measurements are still there. You know what I mean? If you're laying your band out and you don't, I'll flip that band upside down. If you're laying it out, you can just spin it over. There's a little badge here which might stop it, but I'm going to pick that badge off to make sure this is completely flush. But yeah, go out and get one of them bought. That is the bomb. Right, off to do a day. Speak to you all soon.